So today I decided to gather all or at least most of the Hololive tier lists and rank how enjoyable they were and if they even make sense.
No, if you take a C and you cut it like a hot dog...
That's an ass. That is a fat ass.
What is going on?
Let's start with Mumei and Gigi collab, where they were ranking the alphabet. I'm not going to say anything about the final tier list, cause it doesn't really make sense here. And what really matters is that Mumei is really good at ranking something. I feel like most of the thinking process were on her, and this stream wouldn't be as good if she wasn't there. I love After Fister, but Mumei created such a nice balance and made it so cozy and fun at the same time. So we are starting strong with the first S tier.
I agree.
Yeah, once I saw that fat ass, maybe it deserves to be an S.
There is one more reason why I think that Mumei made the alphabet tier list perfect. For that, let's take a look at Cecilia's solo rankings. She had a few of them, starting with the anime tier list, and since it was solo, it wasn't that fun, but it was really interesting to watch and listen to Cecilia. Plus her rankings is pretty solid, with the most controversial detail being JoJo in OK tier. But even that depends on tastes, so I don't mind it.
The Ghibli movie.
I also love the details that chat could vote for the anime that Cecilia hasn't watched, and again, chat's choices were based. The only thing that I don't like is that it looked a bit messy, so it goes in A tier. But when it comes to design, unfortunately, it can get even worse. Her bread tier list, I don't even know if the ranking makes sense because it's so hard to tell which bread is where, but since it was just a short ranking and more of a joke part of a bigger bingo and chess live, I think it's still not that bad and goes to C tier, adding one more C to Cecilia.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
To my surprise, Kroni has a ranking video as well, but since it's Kroni, it's a bit different from other tier lists.
Konnichiwa. Today, I will be ranking the best Kroni of all time.
A very interesting case, honestly, but I think that Kroni knows Kroni better than me, so it's silly to judge her opinion. I leave it in S rank as Kroni would have done. And somehow I lied cause Ame has a tier list of her variations as well, but in a more fair and traditional way.
Oh, small spinning Ame is so cute. Small spinning Ame is so cute. I almost want to put her up here. I like the small spinning Ame. The mascot Ame. Definitely an SS tier.
It starts cute and simple and then goes on until the end. There are so many Ame variations that it's even hard to believe there were so many of them. I must say it's tempting to put Ame tier list in A rank, but I just think that I'm being affected by alphabet tier list and Ame deserves the S rank.
Ghost in the Shell Ame. Yeah, this one's pretty cute. This is like Umei's grandma.
And since we are already here, let's take a look at Ame's 90s stage tier list.
They're ugly, they're weird, they talk.
And here again, I can't say much myself. I know most of the things here, never used most of them, but she has PS1 in S tier and I love PS1. I also love just listening to Ame, and on these streams she talks so much about her life and all these stage things, it's simply interesting to hear all that. I don't think it's a straight S tier, but a very solid A for sure. So far we mostly had those who are really good in making tier lists and were interesting to listen to for hours. So let's keep it up the same way as long as we can. Because we have Fauna next, and she had a period where she made a bunch of tier lists, ranking her favorite fruits, desserts, and of course animals based on their power.
I don't want to put them in the S tier because they're kind of basic, but I love chocolate chip cookies.
I honestly think I could put a clip of her talking here for 2 to 5 minutes and nobody would skip it. So her dessert list as well as the others was so enjoyable to watch. Unfortunately she dislikes so many tasty things, but whatever. If she says so, then it's bad. And this tier list goes to S tier.
Watermelon.
I had a thought of putting all of her rankings in S tier, but her fruits and vegetable tier list it's healthy and overall okay, especially considering that it's literally based on her taste. She doesn't like mushrooms, but I don't even know why they're here, but she dislikes oranges as well. And I guess you guys who live at the same place as her are really unlucky for oranges, because where I live, they're pretty solid all the time. Not the best things ever, but definitely not F tier. So I think this one is going to B tier, because no matter what, this live was a very enjoyable one. And the last one here is the animal power tier list.
They like have one baby at a time and then they raise the baby for like 11 years. It's just not that efficient.
I honestly think that I'm not in the right position to compete in animal rankings with Fauna. Yet I want to say that a cat getting the SS rank seems a bit too much in my opinion, but I'm just being picky here. Anyways, this one also goes to S tier. She knows a lot about animals and it makes it even more interesting to listen to her. Next we have a nice combination of green. Fauna and Cecilia together ranking books and manga tropes. It looks the same way as Cici's anime tier list, same design and solid choices, but it feels different.
There's only one bed!
I mean, this one is classic.
I like this one when it makes no sense.
There is so much high quality yapping from this duo. I think you already know where it's going, since the anime stream was in A tier, so it's obvious that Fauna only makes it better, and together they go into S tier. All those ranking streams with Cecilia made me think of how the tier list could go if it was an out-of-history duo. But so far we only have their collab with Mumei and Raora's and Gigi's live with Snacks rankings.
She's punching me! She's punching me!
When it comes to Gigi, it never feels cozy and chill. It's freaky. All I can say is freaky. Do I like it? Yes, it's different, still good though. And there is nothing more I can say. But Hololive girls are so picky sometimes, and it's painful to see how they drop some decent food in the lowest tier. But let's be honest, nobody watches Gigi for rational decisions, so I can't rate it lower than A tier. I couldn't speak about Raora and her yapping abilities here, but it's much easier to do it on solo streams. So let's take a look at her Italian food tier list.
Based on true opinion and knowledge and experience. Mamma mia! So I'm going to...
My main question here is, why is she green? Apart from that, I think I'm not in the right position to rate how accurate Raora's tier list is, but it was interesting to hear her opinions, thoughts and knowledge on Italian food. And overall, Raora is a good speaker, so I think that B tier is the right place for this one. Next we have Anya Melfissa. I honestly don't know that much about her, but she is here because sometimes I receive comments that I don't have anyone but Hololive in. So here she is representing Indonesia with her Immortality tier list.
Did you see the fan animation Kyla versus Bijou? I saw that. That was so cool. I liked it.
I honestly love this one. The theme is interesting and she speaks about the lore of other members in some way, which is nice. Vtubers' backstories is very interesting part on its own, her ranking is decent as well as her talking skills, so it goes in A tier, cause I need some more space in S tier to fit everything that's coming next. And yeah, as far as I remember, we'll have only EN members from now on. Why? First of all, I couldn't find that much of tier list from Japan members, and I honestly have no idea how to rate them. But I'm deepening my knowledge about Hololive Japan, so you'll see more of them in future videos. You can like this video and subscribe so you don't miss them.
Everything looks weird, but they're fucking cute. And they use toe pads to climb. Not all tree frogs are that often on trees. But yeah, they can be on trees. They like to climb. And they're cute. But they're not very, you know, dangerous or anything. They're not poisonous. Although maybe there are some... Are there some... Okay, I don't know. Let's just say there are not any. But they are cute. And I guess maybe they can be a nice pet. Okay. How do they taste? You do not eat frog! Do not eat frog!
If you have a question why you just had a 40 seconds lecture on frogs, well, it only means that we have a Frogiwawa time. But I bet you wouldn't mind listening to her for much longer, and honestly, neither do I. Frogs are cute, Frogiwawa is even cuter, so of course she goes to S tier. It couldn't be otherwise.
I frogged! I'm becoming Frogiwawa. She has me under control.
It's impossible not to like Frogiwawa, but unfortunately Frogiwawa loves flies and other insects. And yes, she has a tier list about them, so take into account that we have a very cute Kiara and not that cute insects, I think it goes in B tier.
Also, they cause plant disease, so fuck them. Yeah, but I mean, they're quite yummy. They also provide a different kind of like eating experience. I'll put them in decent.
Okay, that's all for frogs, and now is a red time. For some reason, Bae has many tier lists, and not a single one rating Yakuza. But she has Bae Nicknames tier list, Bae Knives tier list, and collab with Sana, where they rated snacks from Australia. Let's start with snacks, cause I'd love to speak about this duo.
Terrible! the fake Australian guys.
It's a very good experience. Bae and Sana are so different, especially in Haze, but they make such a good duo. I also know nothing about Australian snacks, so I'll trust their judgment. This tier goes to the highest rank, but upside down. Up next we have Bae Nicknames tier list.
Bebe's cute. For those who don't know, Bebe was what Sana used to call me. I'm gonna put this in SSS tier.
This one was very cute and memorable, especially for her main audience, since she discussed so many moments from her past. I also love that she covered both English and Japanese nicknames, and overall it was a very cozy experience, but a little bit outdated, so we need a part 2 from Bae, and this one goes in B tier. And finally we have Bae's Knives ranking, with her more energetic and mad red self this time. Somehow I liked it even more, it just feels a better match of a topic for Bae, so I can easily put it into A tier.
What WTF is the pizza cutter doing there? Hey, come on. You know you love pizza cutters.
Next we have something relatively new but very strange, because we have a tier list on Fuwamoco channel, but made by Pero. And of course he would make a kiss ranking from Hololive. I don't want to be mean since it was his birthday, and his ranking mostly makes sense, in some way, at least for him. But I have one very strong objection, based on Fauna's experience, so it goes in B tier.
I dare you to give us a kiss.
Okay, everyone. Mwah, that's for Narissa, mwah, for Fauna, mwah, for Liz, and mwah, for Fuwawa.
You make mine more tender.
Okay.
Oh my god.
The next one is pretty interesting. We have Gura's stream where she was ranking your food. Last time I was saying that most girls are very picky when it comes to food, but this one, yeah, some of you guys really tried to poison her, just with those pictures.
A little bit of those. What do you get? Salmonella? I'm not sure. I'm no scientist.
Honestly, I'm being a bit mean here. Some people really cooked. And considering that the theme was interesting and Gura is so good at blabbing about anything, let's just put it in S rank. Up next we have Mumei once more. I honestly have no idea why now and not in the beginning with her alphabet tier list, but somehow it happened so. This time pretty same as Fauna, she was rating animals. And well, since she severed her knowledge about the wildlife, it's quite good, no surprise here. The main question is, why is salmon, you know, a piece of salmon and not an actual fish? And secondary question, why she decided to rate how stinky they are, right after ranking their power?
Yes. They smell good. I smell good. Thank you. Okay.
I think you already know, I'm running out of space on this picture, but she's so good at ranking and yapping, so it's an S tier again. And somehow we have Mumei once more, this time with a Halloween candy tier list. I must admit I know nothing about Halloween except movies and pumpkins, so I don't really get how I should rate it. I simply don't know some of the candies, the rest I mostly enjoy and can agree with her. However, two things that concern me are JD Vans in the best tier and Skittles, which is both in best and worst tiers. I once felt really bad from Skittles, but I don't remember if it was red or green, so I'm not taking that risk again. This one goes to B tier. But to be fair on Halloween, let's give it one more chance with Bijou's Holocandy tier list.
I'm so smart. I'm a... Oops, wait, no! Ah! You didn't see that. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. You didn't see...
As expected from Bijou, it has some brain rot about it, but that's good, honestly, very creative idea, with good realization, and Bijou was really fun here. So, she helps to restore the position of Halloween, and this stream goes into A tier. And for the last one, I've left something that traumatized me a little bit. So now, let's speak briefly about the Laplos tier list.
犬のメリッサお姉様に関しても語らせていただきたい。お姉様！もちろん SSS なことはさておき、メリッサお姉様と SM プレイするためだけにムチ買ったんで、今年は欲望に忠実に生きていくって決めてっから、止めんな誰も。はあ、早く豚になりてー。ブヒッ。
It was literally my first impression of her right after buying her figure at the convention. I can't say that I'm disappointed, rather surprised. It was definitely not what I expected. But this live was a really fun experience, so I can easily put it into A tier. Narissa getting the SSS tier in Honest Summer tier list is something that only Lapolos could see. And yeah, I guess this is the end of today's tier list of mine. I'm relatively new to this topic, so it was a very fun experience for me. You can share your thoughts in the comments and let me know if you want to see some more tier lists on other topics. As for today, thank you for watching and see you!